Hi guys. I have been asked loads of questions actually about whether I'm taking part in One Book July. So I thought I would jump on really quick, and this is totally quick, and answer that particular question. Now, if you have absolutely no idea what One Book July even is, then stop the video, stop it right now, and go to the description of my video down below and click on the link I put in there. That will take you to Romany's channel. She is one of the, I'm not sure if she's the or one of the originators of the One Book July challenge, so it will probably make more sense to you if you watch that first and if you know what One Book July is all about. So go watch that first. If you know what One Book July is, then hello. Sounded really creepy then. Yeah, so One Book July, am I taking part or not? Yes and no. So mainly I would say no, in terms of I'm not taking part particularly in the new, like the 2016 challenge. As you guys know, if you saw my video like a week ago, life around here is certainly very different, and hence I'm just jumping on super quickly to make this video. It's been box packing time of the month, and yeah, it's crazy. It's all hands on deck. So literally all the boxes have gone out today, and the thought of like putting makeup on, nah, I can't be bothered. And I don't even know where my tripod is, so I'm just balancing my camera on one of my things on my desk. Super quick. So yeah, if you saw my video, you know that life has changed around here for us, and I first start there. If I really thought about it, yes, there probably is a project that I could dedicate One Book July to, but because life has just kind of changed and got a whole lot busier for us, I don't really feel like I'll have the time to dedicate to a project or anything. I feel like I'm only just going to be keeping my head above the water. And so I'm not taking part in One Book July from that point of view. Sounds really interesting though. And believe me, part of me was like, oh, yeah, I could do that, and I could dedicate the month of July to a project, and then I was like, no, come on, Anna, let's be like totally realistic. You know, you've got to settle in into and adjust with looking after a small person and work and life and stuff. So yeah, maybe next year or further down the line I might do it, but not this year. So yeah, I'm not taking part in the 2016 version. And 2015 version, yeah, I am taking part in it. That's more purely kind of accidental, and where I'm at the moment in terms of my planning and journal status, rather than intentionally. My chair creaks. Rather than intentionally. So as you guys know, I moved into my traveler's notebook at the beginning of the year. This is the mint one, which is proper filthy now. I need to clean it. It's just, yeah, filthy. I've just used it loads. So I say traveler's notebook system because, you know me, I like to change the vessel around quite frequently. So you've seen I've used the walnut Webster's Pages one. I've been using the painted one with Alison that friend gave me for my birthday. Lyra Dory's. I like to swap in and out as I kind of feel like it. So basically though, I have been doing all of my planning, most of my planning and journaling in traveller's notebook format. I say most of my journaling because I do have other journals and stuff. You guys know, if you've watched any of my videos, that I very often have different planners, sorry, not different planners, different journals on the go. It's just what I do. I can't help it. I enjoy doing it, and it's a hobby, so I like to. And the sort of journaling that I do in here is kind of different to, say, my bigger, kind of messier art journal. So this here at the moment is my art journal, which I did do, or dare I say it, more messier. And the reason I say these things is because I don't like to define something. I don't like to be like, oh, I only use this book for this sort of journaling. I just like to consider journals as journals. She might be really weird. I've had a cold, so I'm like, ugh. Like, you saw this particular spread that I did. I shared that on my channel. So I like to kind of call my journals just journals, rather than like say, oh, this one is for this and this one is for that. But I will create in whichever one I feel moved to create in at any particular time. I have to admit to not having done that much creating in this journal for quite a while. I don't know. Sometimes I tend to use that one mainly because it's an altered book. I tend to use that one mainly for like wet and messy media. Which I only do when I'm up here in my room or out in the garden, because I'm a messy painter, basically. Whereas in here, you know, you've seen quite a few pages that I've done in my journal. Like I did this one on camera, for example. So that's more dry, or when I have done wetter media, that one there, for example, that was done with watercolour, and so it's not as messy. I feel like I can do that on the sofa. So basically what I'm saying, hang on. Basically what I'm saying is like acrylic and lots of mixed media type work I tend to do up here in the garden, so it's messier. Anything that's cleaner or drier I tend to do on the sofa of an evening, so I don't create so much mess. So that being said, I've tended towards this type of journaling more of late. More because when I come of an evening, I just want to flop on the sofa and watch TV with John. I don't necessarily want to be upstairs in my office where I've been all day. So yeah. It's a long video. I do eventually get to the point. I had someone comment on one of my videos that I talk too much. I'm like, yeah, that's just me though. I personally like watching chatty videos, and because I'm a chatty person, I make chatty videos. So it's just who I am. I can't help it. So getting back to the point, in my traveller's notebook, I did do a setup of this puppy before. So in here I have my diary insert, or my like planning insert. This here is more of a creative journal, has a lot more of the scrapbooky stuff and the painterly type stuff, and I don't know where it's gone. It's not in here, it's downstairs because I was using it. I do have another insert in here that is just for kind of more pouring my heart out writing type of journaling, and that's very private. No one wants to see the inner workings of my brain. So yeah, so basically in this one book, see where I'm going with this, in this one book is my planner for my home life and personal life and me and John, my written journal and my sort of more creative journal, all in this one book. So I already feel like, oh, sorry. And then for work stuff, I have the Kate Spade Gold Dots. This is the, they're 18 months, these planners, and so I got it this time last year. That's when I made the decision to split out my home life and my work life as more and more was happening with Brimble stuff. It was just getting too much to have home and personal in the same planner. It was just proving too problematic for me and too confusing, and it never felt like I had any time off either, because whenever I was looking I could always see work stuff. And I made this split, and this has worked so much better for me. It's a lot larger. I do not do any decorating in here whatsoever. It's just very functional, but it works really well. And so yeah, in a nutshell, yes, I do have other journals and other planners that aren't really used that much, like on a daily basis and stuff. I've got loads of videos. I've been doing YouTube now for like 3 years. Yeah, 3 years. Oh my god. So I have quite a few videos on my channel talking about previous journals and planners and their setups and everything. So if you're interested, check those out. But I feel at the moment, because I have been a planner like all my life, I feel like everything is already streamlined as much as I want it to be. I don't want to streamline it anymore because it's really working. I have ultimate planner peace with my system. My system hums. It's and I don't mean hum as in it stinks. I mean it hums like it's like this kind of like a finely tuned machine. It's working for me. Keeps me organised. And I don't really want to change it, so I'm not going to. But I feel like I've streamlined myself enough already that I don't need to. So this is basically what is running my life at the moment, on like a daily basis, and I feel like that's pretty good. So I feel like I'm currently by default already doing One Book July, because I have been fine-tuning my processes, and so I feel like yeah, it's working really, really well. Other planners do come in and out of my life, you know, if needed, like the Filofax that I use for the Fluffies' health. You know, I only use that Filofax when the Fluffies are poorly, or when they've been to the vets to kind of note down their nail trims or something. So they're not daily. So yeah, so no, I'm not really doing One Book July, but I kind of am, in as much as I'm already pretty streamlined and doing the whole like one book thing. So I feel pretty good. I feel pretty good. I'll probably be catching up with videos though and seeing who else is doing One Book July. No doubt, because I'm very much oh, I feel jealous they're doing this. No doubt partway through July I'll be like, oh, I wish I'd done something now. But there we go. That's my take on this year's One Book July. I hope you have lots of fun, and I'll try and catch up with what everyone else is doing. See you later, guys.